Well, hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up. What is your relationship with your money? Well, you know the drill by now. Go on and grab a sister girl or even a gent and have them come on down and let them know that Oasis Wellness of Life is shoving out some good information or sharing some good information about your money. So, ladies, what is your relationship with your money? Well, all right. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else, somebody in your sister girl circle or even your gentleman circle. They need to know about their money. We sometimes aren't we sick and tired of doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I know I am. I've been sick and tired and fed up for a long time. So I started reaching into what is it? The famous grandma's cookie jar secret to grab some information and some wisdom out of there because you know what? Our parents and our grandparents and our great grandparents, they had information and wisdom for us. So let me see what kind of nuggets we can pull out of the cookie jar today. Man, let me just be totally transparent. Y'all, I'm still trying to get over whatever virus snatched me and knocked me down. I am working hard, diligently on getting rid of this virus. But guess what? It is the push. It's to get up and it's to continue to say, I made a commitment to do what I'm doing and I'm going to see it through come rain or shine or hell or high water. I'm going to see it through. So my commitment is to make sure that I bring good information to all of you so that we can do better with our money, manage our money better. And as I'm having success with the asset diversification and the asset classes that I've been putting together and I've been working in through and vetting them out. I'm so excited that the Smart Money Circle, it is growing, 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 and we are getting fantastic results. I'm going to talk to you about that just a little bit later. Let's talk about the nugget that we got out of Grandma's cookie jar today, okay? So sunsets are proof. We talking about proof, and that's what we want with our money. We want proof positive that this thing's going to work. Sunsets are proof that endings can be beautiful. I like that. There's some things, there was even some relationships that need to end so that the other side of it can be beautiful. All right? Let's look on the other side. It says, think positively and positive things will happen. Ooh, I love both of those. I think we're going to set those aside too. We might come back to those a little bit later on today in our conversation. So, as I was thinking and talking to some of our members of the Smart Money Circle Club, I was thinking about, how sometimes we are suffering in financial silence, right? Sometimes we are, all prettied up and broke. And nobody knows because what are we doing? We're living off of credit cards or, the interest. I'm gonna let's really, really think about this. When we have a credit card and we spend money, if we don't pay off that balance in 30 days, the interest that is accumulated onto that now goes on to the principal, and now it's compounding because the next month you're going to pay interest on top of the interest and not just the principal. So when you think about it, ooh, like, I love a good sale. I love a good deal. So you go in and you get a deal on something, and then you think you got a deal, but you put it on your credit card and you look up, and whatever the interest rate is, you made 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90 a month for interest on maybe a two or $3,000 balance. Did you really get a deal if you really think about it? I think because we're so used to swiping the cards, swipe, 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 we don't see the money going through our hands. So that leads us into today's topic, and we're talking about suffering in financial silence. Sometimes we're walking a walk and we're always kind of walking on eggshells like an abusive relationship. Are we like an abusive relationship with our money because we're afraid that someone is going to really see or discover that we're covering things up? And that's what the Smart Money Circle is all about. Smart Money Circle Club is all about educating us on how, we put strategies together so that we can get off of that hamster wheel of creating more debt and then being, what is it called, when we are held hostage by our debt, you know. So now we must go to work and we must do what we're doing. And so it becomes a rat race over and over and over again. And we want to get off that rat race. We want our money to work as hard for us as we work to get it, right? So think about it. If we're carrying, and nothing wrong with it if you like brands, nothing wrong with name brands, but think about this. If you are purchasing a name brand purse, say a purse for maybe $500, right? I know it may be on the lower end, but a $500 purse, right? You're carrying that $500 purse and maybe that $100 wallet or what have you. That's $600 that you could have put into an investment. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with us having nice things, but you can put that $600 in an investment. And I do know of one right now that is paying 2 to 4. Now, when the market dropped and things went a little array, we may only get, I think it was in May, got about 0.76%, right? But that was for the week. Market went back up and we were back on our 3% or, higher. So, this is not intended to be financial advice, but I'm sharing my experience with you and as an asset diversification coach. This is how we bring these strategies together, right? So in that time frame, if you take that $600 that you're going to put on that purse, say you even splurged and kept the 100 and put 500 in. If you're looking at $500 and you're looking at 1, 2, 3, or 5 year plans, let's say 5 years at 3%, that, and I should have brought up the calculator to show you that if you put that same $500 in, and I'll do an episode and we'll talk about the calculator, right? The financial calculator. You put that same $500 in the calculator and you compute that with 3% compounded weekly, right? Over 5 years, you're going to get over $1 million, right? So if we begin with the end in mind, like Stephen Covey talks about, if we begin with the end in mind, then we think twice before we spend that $500, $600, $1,000 for a purse, right? So that's something I wanted us to think about. And as I was talking to some of the ladies in the Smart Money Circle Club on yesterday, today, I was talking about the Wiz. Do I remember the Wizard of Oz? Michael Jackson and Richard Pryor and Diana Ross, and when he says, "He's on down the road." Okay, I'm not gonna sing them all stuffy and clogged up, but it was awesome. It was awesome because as you go through that story of going down the road, find Tin Man. He needed a what was it? He needed a brain, and the Scarecrow needed a heart, and the Lion needed courage, and Diana Ross, which was Dorothy, her and Total was trying to get back home, right? And the gist of it is, even in the song where Michael Jackson talked about, when he said, "You can't win, child." Okay, I'm not going to try to sing. Let me stop. And he said, "You can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game." So if we think that in our minds, man, if we sing that song, it's like, wow, we can't win anyway. So what's the worst? What's the use in trying, right? But we can win. That's what we're telling you. You can win. And the reason why we think that there's a black curtain. It's just like in the Wiz. They went down the road and, all during the road, there was a journey, right? Sometimes we forget to enjoy the journey, but there's lessons to be learned. So you going easing on down the road, and to go through all these trials and tribulations, and you get to the black curtain. What happens? Richard Pryor, he's behind the black curtain sleeping on a cot because there was no real secret behind that black curtain. And the same thing with our money. We go, we do this with children. We say peekaboo, right? Well, peekaboo, there's no real secret. It's just unexposed strategies. Unexposed wealth strategies. Ooh, think about that. Let that marinate and get down in your spirit, right? While you do that, let me grab a little sip of tea because I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, and we're not done here today. I think that's ginger tea. Okay, so we say peekaboo. Okay, so there's no real secret, and that's what I had to get down in my spirit. Girl, there's no real secret. It's just wealth strategies that you haven't been exposed to. Oh, they exposed me to the strategies, and I have been going full throttle ever since. So think about this. What asset diversification really is not putting all of your eggs in one basket. Is creating an asset from taking one asset, making money from that asset, and creating another asset, making money from that asset. We never touched the principle over here unless we just got nervous and we took it out. But that's a wealth strategy, okay? And when you're going to diversify those asset classes, you're looking at, we talk about cryptocurrency, Yes, yes, yes. Hold on, pump the brakes. I know folks are scared about cryptocurrency right now, but guess what? Cryptocurrency is here to stay. And as a matter of fact, if you go back and let's look at the history of money real briefly, right? 6,000 BC, barter and trade. We don't do a lot of barter and trading anymore, but that was the way that we got things done. You give me something and I'll give you something of value. Or I'll clean your horse or your pony and maybe you feed mine. It was a whole barter and trade system. Then in 700 BC, we went to gold. So we carried around loads of gold. Here you go. I'm going to give you a piece of my gold for, a piece of bread or whatever, a loaf of bread. So it was gold, right? Then it was paper money in 618, paper money. Now we got the dollar bills, y'all, right? We got the dollar bills. 1879, we reached the gold standard, right? 1944, Bretton Woods, where the U.S. dollar was determined to be the dollar that has the most value, right? 1971, end of the gold standard. No more gold back in our dollar. Ooh-wee. But do we even know about this? Do we even know that there came a time by executive order that we were mandated by law to turn in all of our gold? Yeah, we got to go back and look at history, right? History repeating itself. What happens in 2020? We hit a pandemic and we go into the stores, like we go into, some of the local stores, and they weren't accepting cash. Did we pay attention? They were not accepting cash. Why? They said they didn't want to pass on the germ of the pandemic, right, or the virus. So everybody was using what? A credit card or a debit card. What do you think cryptocurrency is? Cryptocurrency is nothing but money on a card. It's just encrypted, right? But it's still of value, right? That's the easiest way that I can explain it. So money as we know it, hear ye, money as we know it is disappearing. In 2022, we hit that digital currency and we hit that digital currency stride where I talk about my cousin all the time because he drugged me kicking and screaming to learn about cryptocurrency. And I was hearing about it, but I didn't believe it, right? And that's what happens. We don't believe it. But if you look at history, history is repeating itself. Money is changing as we know it. So either we're going to get on board or we're going to be left behind. And when they say, okay, no more paper dollar, what we going to do then? That's a question. I was reading something today about Angela Bassett, another one of my favorite actresses, and she says there's something in the article. She said you can't dance to every record. Ooh wee, that hit me something different. You can't dance to every record, but wait for your jam and find your stride and find your passion, right? So you find your stride and your passion and your jam come on. Because sometimes you're sitting there and the music don't hit a certain way. Then all of a sudden, oh, they break off some good old, something back in the day, some R&B, and all of a sudden you can't sit down. Your feet get to dancing before you get up out your seat, right? So one of the things happened today, and this is in November 2022, just in case, as people start watching later on, you know what I'm talking about. We had an issue in cryptocurrency today, some, ethical behavior, some bankruptcies, some other stuff started happening today in the news. You can go back and you can listen to it or read about it. Everybody started to panic. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But this is the thing. You want to make sure that you're with a program that is held to accountability by their license. Then you don't have to get afraid. Now, yeah, I've taken some risk and lost the shirt off my back and had to go and start all over again too. But guess what? Each time I say we learn, we fall forward. So I had to learn. I had to pick myself up, dust it off. It hurt like crazy. Put some bandages on my wounds, maybe some natural herbs to get it right. And I have to keep moving. And that's what I'm suggesting to everybody. So again, the Smart Money Circle Club is all about helping and embracing us to understand more about our money and to understand what asset diversification is all about and to help us to see what's behind that black curtain. So when we say peekaboo, we're not looking for, Richard Pryor on a cot. We're looking for how do we manage these wealth strategies. And that's what we're looking at. We're looking at asset diversification. It's nothing more than wealth strategies. And the strategies, again, like I said just a little bit ago, is unexposed wealth strategies. We just have not been taught or exposed to them. Now, some people have, of course. That's why we got the 1% and 2%ers that are super wealthy and everybody else on their way trying to get there or those in between. So just want to let us really, really take a look at what this asset diversification is. And, I just fell in love with it. I'm telling you, when I learned about it, learned what it is, learned how to, create an asset from an asset, ooh, that's sexy to me. I got excited about it and jumped in full throttle and said, you know what? Let me run with this for 12 months. And I'm telling you, I've been excited for the 12 months. And okay, let me run with it for another 12 months, right? So just to put it in our forefront of our mind that there's something more that we need to do other than buying. When we get I know when we were little, we knew when income tax time or refund time was because we got something a little extra and we could go and get a little extra something. See, so we wanna fund our lifestyle out of our returns on our investment versus out of our principal. Because once you have taken from the principal, it's gone. And so when I was asking folks, what to do, how to do it, make it plain, make it simple, nobody was sharing it with me. Nobody was sharing it with me. But oh boy, it only takes one person to open the door for you. And they open that door for you, man, oh man, it's up to you to understand. Whoa, this my jam, right? I'm not dancing to every record. I'm not running after every shining object. But oh boy, when my jam come on, it's time to go. All righty now. So I hope everybody got the message today. And again, going right back, beginning and ending in the same note. Sunsets are proof that endings can be beautiful. So this should be an end of I am sick and tired of doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Well, hey, let the sun set on the way you used to do things and jump on board and learn how to do it in a different way to get you a different result. Well, all right now, don't forget to listen, learn, and leverage this information. Your book should be full now. I think I've shown this one before. I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing different animal prints with different animal prints. Am I dating myself, y'all? Am I making myself old? Or dating myself? But book should be a chapter after chapter after chapter. Now you say, wait, when do I implement these strategies? Or how do I implement these strategies? All righty, send us an email. We'll help you out. Alrighty, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. I'm about to go get back in the bed, grab me some more tea so I can get my voice back. Alrighty, bye for now.